If you're an avid watcher of my channel, you would know that a couple days ago, I uploaded a video of me getting in trouble at work, right? Hate to break it to you, but I left that place. Now, before you say, wow, can't keep a job, no, I left that place because two main things: money and hours. If you can relate, you know that hours mean money, and money means I could buy anything and not live on the street. But the whole reason why I left, I only worked 4-hour shifts from Monday to Sunday. Only 4 hours. So the money was the main reason why I left. Now, if you're fine working 4 hours, great. But as someone who has a small amount of debt and really needs to pay it off, that's not really going to do anything. So I had to make the decision and leave and find another job, which I already did. A little bit of timeline: I left on Sunday, started my new job on Monday, and I'm still working, bruises and all. So in honor of it almost being a week since I left, we're going to be reading bad reviews from my ex-workplace. So we're just gonna Google my workplace. Now let's start reading. Lowest reviews, and let's see what the people have to say, because as an employee, I have more to say. Kay says, needs better customer service. Rude. Not a single cart in an empty store. All the carts we went out in the parking lot. No one is collecting them as much as groceries. We should have at least at a cart accessible to us. That's not wet in the middle of the parking lot. Who? In fact, I used to work there as a self-checkout associate. Obviously, in that area is the most common place where people steal. And, was I a victim of it? Yes, I was, because I got called in one time being like, hey, you were working the morning shift and someone walked out with $55 worth of product under their cart. And honestly, I don't remember ever that happening, but apparently it did. So, fun fact, I would never apply to be in the front. When I saw the hiring, I applied as a stalker, right? No human contact, nothing like that. But the day of the interview, Brianna, she was like, oh, I love your personality. I see you more in the front. And since I didn't have a job, who was I to say no? So I took it. And they put me as cashier first, which, did I accidentally charge a lady $25 for a watermelon? Maybe. The point is, should have never been in the front. I should have been in the back. On to the next one. Worst blank I've ever visited in the entire country. Self-checkout machines are always malfunctioning, which is really true. And many staff members seem to always have an attitude, including managers. I'd rather drive to China before visiting this location again. Now, did many staff members have attitudes? Not really. Shout out to Nevaeh, Sean, Aaliyah, the Colombian guy, I don't remember his name. They were good. On to review 3. I like the new blank, but the cashier always treats you shitty. Like in my experience, she's being friendly in her current customer, but when it was my time, she changed her demeanor from bubbly to shitty. Cause maybe we're not the same color, if you know what I mean. I said this.
Simple. This is not the first time or the second time, or this was my 5th time to experience. I was being nice. Great cat, good morning. No matter what, being respectful. Still, those kind of people give you shitty customer service.
So next time, Kimberly, be consistent with your service. If you don't feel to assist me, just step aside and tell me to move to the next counter. No wonder the rating is below, because of these reasons. So, to the store manager and owner, just a piece of advice: check your cameras often. When I tell you that we had the most interesting customers, because you could have amazing experiences with customers, but then you could also have bad experiences with customers. Because one time, this lady, I was working the morning shift, she came in and at me and she was like, do you have a manager? And I was like, yeah. She's like, well, bring it. I need to talk to him. So when I went to go look for the managers, turns out all the managers had a meeting. So I told her, oh, I apologize. All our managers are in a meeting. And she was like, well, I went to the seafood counter just to get salmon, and the guy looked at me and walked away. That's very disrespectful. I want to do a complaint. Since no manager came, she just started to check out her items, and she's like, oh, I can't believe this. I can't get my salmon in for dinner. Mind you, it was like 9 in the morning. You had hours to go find another piece of salmon, lady. Relax. Also, a lot of the reviews I'm reading been way before I started working there, so I don't see none of them when I was working there, so clearly I was a good person. The last review to finish the video: large, very large store, almost too large, very diverse selection of items with a clean environment, recently renovated and updated. The store is so big that it could be tiring to shop. The staff is pleasant and helpful without being cloggy. A store being too big to shop. Pretty sure that's like a lot of big stores. But anyways, subscribe. Hopefully I could be able to make new videos with this new job. Like, share, comment. If you laughed, amazing. If you didn't, okay, I'm sorry.